Okay, here we are, C-Suite Network Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. Hey, I'm talking fast because we got a lot to talk about today. It is July 17th, and we're talking about how to be the category of one. We're going to talk about that, but also how to get high ticket. Okay. And Amanda Taylor knows about living in in Colorado, which is a higher state. Kathy Dirksen knows about living in Canada, even higher on the globe. And Julia Lynn knows about living on the East Coast. Susan knows about living in Texas. I know about living in Illinois on my way to Florida. And put in the chat where you're zooming in from, okay? Because we are all over the map here. So grateful that you're here. I'm Kathleen Caldwell, founder of our council. Hey, I'm an author, a speaker. I'm a person, all things high ticket and the category of one. And if you want to work less, we had beautiful Michael Jackson, praise him. God rest his soul. He was talking about working day and night. Well, I don't want to work day and night. And if you do not want to work day and night, put in the chat, no day and night, no day and night. We want to work less, enjoy more, right? So big shout out before we get going officially with more of what's going on. Big shout out to Julia Lynn. Julia Lynn, I'm going to come off the slides and ask you, last week's program was phenomenal, phenomenal. We are still in the afterglow of talking about heart health, talking about success, talking about power, being aware. There were so many gorgeous things that you talked about. Tell us what's still emerging for you, dear. Because it was a great program. The replay is up.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kathleen, and for inviting me to share that because I think it was an awakening for me to focus on that for women and emphasize that we minimize things all the time. And one of the issues with heart disease is that women have different symptoms than men for a heart attack, and we tend to minimize it. Oh, I have acid reflux. Oh, I hurt my arm at the gym, when these could be symptoms of a heart attack. And most women do this. And here I am, supposedly an aware woman who has progressive heart disease. I know I have it. I've had a triple bypass. And when I started getting this like burning in my chest and up into my neck, I went to my GI doctor and I told him I'm having really bad acid reflux. And he told me, we can't scope you until you go to your cardiologist and find out it's not your heart. And in front of my doctor, I said to my husband, it's not my heart, it's acid reflux. If I was like totally minimizing my symptoms. So if I do it, how many other women do it? And that kind of scared me. I was like, I really got to get this message out and I have to be more aware of my own sort of tendency to minimize things and just push through and not listen to what your body's telling you. And I think that's what we had been talking about, Kathleen, for a while. Listen to your heart, not just your physical heart, but your spiritual being heart. So yeah, it was a real honor to share that because I think a lot of women need to hear it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And you did a master class on Saturday, which I was a part of. And this message is really resonating with women around the world of the wisdom of your heart and get busy and to be able to do more things and live a life where we really love what we do. And we're not trying to be everything to everyone, but honing in on what's right for us to do now and who we need to be in our future self today, right? So many great. And Julie, I think you've got some replay. Put it in the chat for everyone to check out. It was a very powerful masterclass. So
Yeah,
thank you. Yep.
definitely will
And
do that.
and by the way, we're going to be having a Women's Coaching and Consulting Council Health Summit, which I'm going to tell you more about next week. And I have two big announcements that I am really thrilled about for all of us. If you're a member of our council, number one, we're going to be getting into some rooms that are with the right prospects for you, the right people, having the right conversations, and the right strategies. So I am really thrilled to be telling you about that next week. A little sneak preview. So Julia, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, we all bring our special magic to our council meetings and our gatherings. So thank you for that. And it's interesting because you also sparked a big conversation in C-Suite Network last Friday on Celebrates. We were talking about health. We were talking about vitality. We were talking about all of that. So one of you, each of you gets to be the catalyst for the ripple effect of change in the world. So thank you to you, Julia. You brought it last Friday. So yeah, thank you. Big shout out very quickly. We're on our broadcast every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and our programs are extraordinary. And we're featuring you as our esteemed faculty members, but we're also meeting the moment in what's happening in the world. So you're going to continue to see programs that are spot on to give you tools, to give you strategies so that you can rise above the noise. Okay. How many of you would agree there's a lot of noise out there now in the internet, the LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter world? Yes. So these programs help you, and we give you a showcase and a platform to rise and shine above that. So just a little sampling of our last programs. And again, if you have not yet had your program, we are planning with you to do that. Okay, so we're growing. Cannot wait. Amanda Taylor, your fabulous program. If there's anything you'd like to say to jump in, we want to feature you, dear. So excited about wealth and having women earn more and keep more, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm all about that, with working with businesses for women and men entrepreneurs in general to work on your business, but really create the life that you want by creating wealth. And then, yes, women especially is my passion and my mission. So my podcast is launching, I believe, August 6th. So expand your empire for women who are done playing small, ready to learn how to step into their financial power and confidence and start building wealth. So I'm very excited about that.
Congratulations. We will promote you to the moon and back and to Mars. How's that? And to
That's
Venus,
perfect.
of
Thank
course. Yes, good. Fantastic. Congratulations. Great. So thrilled to welcome you. And of course, Suzanne Ekstrom, we're so excited to welcome her too. Check her out, get connected to her on LinkedIn. And as you know, I boldly brag that Suzanne has over 34,000 LinkedIn organic connections. So we want to get in Suzanne's world and she wants to come in our world. So be sure to connect with her. She's going to be doing a program very soon about talking to CEOs and what do they need to do to create cultures where people actually love to come to work, and CEOs where they're not burned out, they're actually creating businesses that are building on their own. Okay. So we're very excited for Suzanne. And of course, Julia Lynn. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to you and your Instagram organic followers, over 200,000 and probably in counting since last week. You probably added another 50,000, Julia, right, in the last week or so? Yes. Congratulations to you. Check out her channel. Julia, anything else you'd like to say more before we continue?
No, actually, Instagram is one of those funny things where you can have a lot of followers, but the conversion part is what's important, right? So I've been working a lot on that too, like really connecting with women. And one thing I've realized is that some of them have followed me for years and are now just coming into my program, and it's building those relationships, like nurturing, really caring about other people and letting them know that, it's not transactional, it's a relationship. And then I also put the masterclass link plus the VIP hour in the chat, and also the links to the giveaways. So I invite all of you to just click on that and yeah, and enjoy it.
Wonderful. Thank you. Hey, in our council, we do not compete. We collab, as I'm learning. Collab. It's collab. Pardon me. I use the Midwestern phrase of collaboration. No, it's collab. So we're not competitors. Hey, we together rise in what we're doing. So thank you. And of course, Gloria St. Martin Lowry, published Harvard Business Review, so many articles. Gloria has an incredible program about teams and leadership. Gloria will be on an upcoming panel very soon. So we're excited that Gloria is renewing. I think this is now her third year. So we're very excited about that. Okay. So ladies, grant me a little grace today because I'm going to ask you a whole series of questions, but I just appreciate the grace. I have slides that have a lot of text on them. Normally, I don't want to do that, but I do. Okay, so thank you for the grace of lots of text. Okay, and it's important that we get focused on what's now working in the marketplace. How many of you are realizing that, hey, the things that were working at the beginning of the year are just not working the way that they were? There's more market saturation. We know that people in the federal government, people in nonprofits, people in corporations, seasoned executives have now been given the great privilege to start their next career, okay, by choice or by a riff. But they're taking their 401k plans and they are now investing in their next chapter of their lives. I think this is a really good thing because we need to get this thought leadership into our economy to grow our economy globally and to grow our thought leadership. However, what it means is they're investing in programs, products, and services. They're also investing in very beautiful websites and all kinds of marketing. So we have a new wave of people who are coming into the marketplace. How many of you know what I mean? You can see it. Yes. Now, these are fantastic collaboration partners, but the reality is that what we're noticing now is people are now either consciously or subconsciously saying they want 7 hours of content or experiences from each of us in order to make a buying decision. I have checked this data out. I have looked at so many different sources, and it was just confirmed to me yesterday by a woman who has done tremendous analysis. She's going to be coming on an expert in the next couple of weeks, but it's 7 hours, not 7 touches, but 7 hours. Now think about it. That could be 7 hours, could be how many videos is that? How many LinkedIn posts is that? How many newsletter posts is that? How many ways to get to 7 hours? And so, Julia, this brings up what you were saying is the trust that we're building. People are taking more time. They need more proof to make decisions. Okay. And if you have comments, questions, anything, jump in, raise your hand, just jump in because we want to get your voice in here. So this is good news. And also, this means we get to take an inventory, ladies. Okay, we get to take a moment and take an inventory. Now, be sure I'm going to weave in all about high ticket. I'm going to weave in the category of one. I'm weaving all of this together, but we cannot. I don't think we can talk about charging 50, 75, 100,000, 250, $1 million for our offers to corporate clients, to individuals, unless we're doing this on a firm foundation of confidence, knowing our track record, and knowing how powerful we are. Okay, got it. So, because for how many of you, I know for me, the idea of when I first thought about, oh, I'm going to just go high ticket and I'm just going to say, okay, my program is $50,000. When I first thought about this years ago, I thought, I don't know if I can charge that. Who would pay that? Am I worth that? Anybody following what I'm saying? Maybe you don't have this, or $75,000. And even corporate clients. I have a corporate client that's over $1 million a year. At one time, I could have never charged that. I would have never been worthy of the fees, right? In my own mind. So let's take a moment to do an inventory. So what I would like for you to do is on your laptop, in your computer, on your phone, whatever you're doing, on your sheet of paper, I'd love for you to think about and answer the following questions. Okay. So first of all, my first question is, how many of you write the number of years you've been in business? Okay. You went to your elementary school, your grade school, your high school, your junior high, your college, and then after college or whatever schooling you got, doesn't matter. Think about from that age till today, because you were technically in business, whether you had a job or you had a business, whatever it is, you were in business. For how many years have you been in business? Okay. So just write that number down. Okay. Number two, how, let's calculate how many seminars during all that time. Now, this could take all day, but we don't have all day. Since the time you have like loved going to workshops and seminars and things like, even this counts, today counts, okay? How many seminars or training programs have you attended? I mean, it could be like 50, 100, 1,000. Yeah, right. For how many of you, it's like at least 100 or more, right? Yeah. Okay, got it. So just write 100 or more. Okay. For how many of you, how many seminars, workshops, trainings, speeches, talks have you given? This is really the kind of thing. Think about it. You've given at least 25 over your lifetime. 25, 30, 50, 100, 1,000. Yeah. Right. Okay. How many, and then this is our final question. How many books, including Audible, have you listened to just in the past year? Just in the past year. Books, Audible. Yeah, in the last year. Okay. So let's shout out some numbers. What are the numbers that you're getting here? I want to get your voices in here. Pretty astounding, right? Pretty astounding. Yeah. Talk to me, ladies. Are you surprised by this? Are you impressed by this? What's coming up?
I don't
Lean
think
in
I
and
could
give me some stuff.
accurately count all of that, except the years in business.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive, Amanda, right? Yeah. Really impressive. Yes. Yeah. How about others? When you step back and say, wow, I have gone to a lot of seminars. I have gone to a lot of training. You know, I'm a lifelong learner, right? That's what we do, right? Yeah. Kathy, thoughts. Julia, thoughts. Susan, Sasha, thoughts. If you want to come on video, we'd love to see each of you. Thank you. Good. Jump in.
I would agree with Amanda that yes, even beginning to imagine how many workshops I've attended,
Oh
how
my
many
God.
workshops I've presented, and
Yeah.
even the number of books I've gone through in the last year. It's like, okay, I'll have to start counting.
Amazing. And really to take inventory is really something. Yeah. Yeah. How about others? It's pretty impressive when you stop and think about it, right?
And you
Yeah.
know, I've done this exercise before, and when I realized the last time I did it was I thought back to my childhood during a summer like this summer, and the neighborhood kids. I love to babysit. I love little kids. Rather than babysit one family at a time, one kid at a time, I came up with the idea at age 12 to have a play school, have all the kids come to my backyard and do art projects. And I made like 20 bucks an hour because I group coached or I group babysat, and I realized that was an entrepreneur's mind.
Right. That's
And
right.
that started early.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun to kind of realize maybe this has been in all of our blood from the very beginning before we even knew that we were going to do what we're doing now.
Right. Thank you, Julia. How many of you resonate with that? I do too. I can have this visualization of gathering the kids, you know, being the teacher, being the leader of the pack, right? Yeah, yeah. Thank
And
you. Go ahead, please.
I,
Thank you,
I,
Susan. Thanks,
I
Julia.
think
Yeah.
one of the biggest ahas for me was, uh, God, it's at least maybe 10 years ago or so. I went to a presentation for successful financial leaders, and they were, talking about CFOs running big businesses, and they were awarding things to people that the size of the business was smaller than the cost of what I had managed in terms of building a building. And all of a sudden you start to go, wait a minute, I have managed, 20, $30 million projects, multiple of them at a time. And I don't think I have the skills to do what? You find yourself, because you were doing it in somebody else's business, thinking I didn't own it. And yet you did. And what do you take away from those things? So that was one of the very first ones that for me was like, holy crap, I need to own what I've done. Um, so yeah, and I hate to tell you how many years it's been I've been out doing things, Uh, uh,
Thank you for all of us, right? Yeah, yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we were entrusted, whether we were in corporate or we were, wherever we were before this moment in time, we were entrusted to run part of the business, to be an important part of a business. So that's really, truly important. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Sasha, things coming up for you. Thank you about your experience, the work you've been doing, the books and the seminars and the things that the commitment that you've had. Jump in, please. And welcome, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you all. It's super empowering to be with you. And like Susan said, in the last 2 years, I've really recognized and made that mental shift of, I owned that work. I was able to produce amazing results for others. I exited W-2 2 years ago and said, I am now trading the fear of hustling for myself with all of the other stresses that work environment was bringing. But as I move forward in a consultancy, I've always struggled with marketing and packaging and selling myself. And now that's pivotal to my success. And that's a really weird place to be in and feels very awkward and challenging. So recently, I was part of Jeffrey's Alaska cruise trip, and that was Jennifer Dawn's consulting group. And she's saying, well, don't rely on other people, don't rely on yourself to market. That's you're crap at that. So get others to market you for you. And brilliant. I'm leaning in, Kathleen, and trying when my voices are in my head and preventing me from moving forward. Okay, don't listen to those. Have somebody else write that script.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you, Sasha. Welcome. Yeah, yes. And that's what our council is truly about. And, putting a little book note in that in 2 weeks, next week's program is going to be very powerful about something new that we're launching so that we don't have to do it all alone by ourselves. So yes, so thank you. So the point that I want to reinforce is you've all done a ton of work. You all are experts in your area of expertise and multiple areas of expertise. And think about all of the people, and we bless them. We bless all the people out in the world. I think, right, like 7,999,096, because there are 8 of us here, the 8 billion people on the planet, bless them, that have not done what you've done. Okay. There are a lot of people that have not done what you've done. You've earned the right to go high ticket and also to be the category of one. So let's talk about how to do this. Okay. So can you see if we started talking about high ticket and big numbers and all kinds of stuff without the secure foundation of you've got this, ladies, we've got this, right? It would come across as completely inauthentic because I think high ticket is not just about like the numbers, it's about the promises. What are the promises? What's the mutual conditions of satisfaction for you and your clients? So let me continue on. Okay, good. So I recommend taking this kind of inventory first thing in the morning, last thing at night, taking a quick little inventory of, hey, I really did some powerful work today. Wow, what powerful work did I do? I made an impact. What do I want to do today, first thing in the morning? So taking inventory, all of this sets a firm foundation for you with your business and with your life. And there's a fierceness, ladies, I love this graphic because to me, this depicts power and fierceness, okay? We've got to swagger up our fierceness now when it comes to this next phase of our businesses. Okay. So thank you for your grace around all my text here. And I'm not going to read all of this word for word, but we've got to sell ourselves first on ourselves, right? That there's no sale, so to speak. There's no discovery call. There's no strategy call that can happen if we are not first sold on ourselves, because confidence is contagious, right? And confidence follows certainty and calmness, right? Your certainty in what you can do and what you can deliver and for whom, and how fast you can do it and what you can do, that certainty is contagious. Also, the thing that I'm noticing more and more and more is that the women who are not as successful as they want to be, there's a level of certainty that's missing here. They're having a little bit of a certainty crisis, okay? And they're not honed in that they are completely sold on their offer, so to speak. What are they providing? So some things about do the inventory, get sold on your offer. Imagine when you are going out to corporate, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, corporate associations, organizations, individuals, if you could step back and say, wow, I would invest in that offer. You got an offer that's so incredibly hot that you would say, I would invest in it. If you can't say that with authenticity, we got to go back to the drawing board and something's kind of got to be fine-tuned there. Okay. We've got to also rewire our mindset. With more people in the marketplace, it's easy to lose our confidence. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Oh, well, she's doing this and she's doing this and we get to see the glamorous, beautiful Instagram and, LinkedIn beautiful pictures, but we really don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Okay. I know if you're here, you can deliver the full package, and you need to know that too. The other thing that I really want to stress is that in order to have that confidence, I think we've got to buck up on and get more testimonials. Okay. We've got to have more people giving testimony to how fabulous we are. Okay. And how great we are and how our programs are so good and how being in your community is fantastic. Okay. How many of you know that you could use a little buffing up when it comes to the testimonials? I know I need to, right? Yeah. Yeah. So here's a good takeaway from today is I need to get working on getting more testimonials. And you know that when you give testimonials authentically with full and total integrity, you get more exposure for yourself as well, right? So giving and getting testimonials is very, very important. So that's one big takeaway from today. I want you to go out today and start with testimonials, okay? If you have any questions about that, DM me privately. I've got a whole system on how to do that, okay? And finally, one of you mentioned this to me last week, is getting in rooms that see your greatness, that celebrate your greatness, that see you as you truly are in your beautiful future self, in your high ticket, the category of oneself, okay? Some of us, and if this relates to you, it's okay. Some of us have been playing a little bit of a small game. How many of you know you've been playing a little bit of a small game, kind of hiding out, playing with players that maybe are just not at your assertive level of your ambition, of your desire, people that are striving for the same things, right? So maybe there's an opportunity, not in this room, but in other rooms, okay? So I want to pause. Is there anything emerging for you? Because we're going to get into the high ticket category of one right now. Is there something on this list that speaks to you and you'd love to just share kind of succinctly? Jump in. Just jump right in. Get in better rooms. And also we're going to be doing this in our council, is getting in more rooms where our ideal clients want to be with you as the leader of the room. Okay. Any comments here? Just jump right in, raise your hand, unmute yourself. Otherwise, we will keep going. Okay, great. All right. So thanks again for your grace around all the text, but a high ticket offer it's a premium offer that is designed to bring deep transformation, a high return on investment and results. Okay. This is not a high ticket offer, is not an ebook, a little course. And I love those things, but I'd like to have us think about, instead of an ascension model where we're starting with the course, we're starting with the small things. Those are great things to have in your portfolio of solutions. But high ticket offer is starting from the higher end, and it's not necessarily about charging more. It's about delivering more results. Things like a VIP day, things like an immersion to get fast, quick results for your clients. Okay. It's a high end, high ticket offer is where they get more of you, perhaps, right? You cannot be duplicated in a book experience or a video experience. Having you live is really, really, really important. Okay. So high ticket, it's different than low ticket. And, to have a fully diverse business. I was talking to one of my clients yesterday, and she realizes that she's been heavily reliant on one aspect of her business. And when that business is starting to go away, she realized that she needed to bulk up and buff up another area of her business. So high ticket gives you this ability. Okay. And of course, high ticket is not, it's designed for people who want to go fast, want results, are serious people. All right. People that invest, and I'll tell you about kind of some different models here, but these are not generally for hobbyists, folks. This is not for, high ticket is not for corporations, associations, organizations, individuals that are interested in messing about, as I say. Okay. They want to get to it. They want to get the results, and they want certainty that you will deliver. All right. And to position a high ticket offer it's like nothing else that anybody else that there is offering. It's valuable, it's unique, and they trust you. Okay. So I want to pause, want to get your voices in here. What are you thinking about here? Because, I don't want to just talk at you. I want to get you involved. What's happening so far? Let me show this one extra slide, and then let's get your thoughts in here. Here are also some examples of kind of some ranges about high ticket. High ticket, generally coaching programs, 7,500 to 50,000 on up. And ladies, this could even be like a VIP day. That's 7,500 and 50,000 and above. Okay. One day. Let me put that in your bonnet there. Okay. Doesn't have to be a year-long program, does not have to be a 6-month program, could be one day. Corporate coaching and consulting programs, 100,000, 50,000. 15,000 is, gosh, that would be kind of an intake, in the corporate consulting world, an intake for 15K. But my current client that I'm working with right now, one of my corporate clients, is we're doing a mentorship program, and it was 65,000 for just a couple aspects of the whole program. It's not even to roll it out corporate wide. It's just to get it going. So 65K, very, very nice. Okay. Mastermind programs, you can see this, right? Certification programs where you can certify your body of work, and done for you, where you can do it with people, get the thing done that they want to get done, but you could also have done for you services, right? You could hire a VA to help with fulfillment. Okay. So of this list of different kinds of examples, what is getting you excited? What are you thinking about? What do you like? We're going to expand the possibilities here. What's coming up? Jump in.
One thing I've been adding
you.
is retreats. So the opportunity
Retreats,
to actually
thank you.
get together in person and do some of these
And
things.
brilliant, Kathy. Yes, yes. Giving people an experience and being in community. Brilliant. Love that. Love that. Love that.
And
Great,
and
great, great.
for me, it's always been the dinner conversations. Not necessarily a dinner that I make or a dinner that I sponsor, but just bringing people together over dinner to expand the conversations in a relaxed setting.
Nice. Thank you very much, Susan. I love that. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
We combine our coaching, when you're at that top level, we have it in the middle of that package, but everything in there feeds to a done for you service. So that is how we combine our coaching. Like, here's all the things you need to do that we recommend. Hey, by the way, if you want to implement these, we have this other program and we'll do all of it for you. And so that leads to the upsells on everything else.
Excellent, Amanda. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. How about others? What are you thinking about high ticket? And also, what intrigues you that you'd like to say, oh, I kind of like to investigate that a little bit more. Kind of sounds interesting.
I
Jump
like
in.
the idea that Kathy shared about retreats because I put that into my high ticket offer. And then within that, I've also put VIP days. So if somebody is at the location of the retreat and they want a one-on-one half day or full day, that can be rolled in as well.
So people, thank you, Julia. Thank you, Susan, Kathy Dirksen, Amanda. Yeah, thank you. People having more of an experience with you, combining it also with the community that you're curating is really, really important. And again, next Thursday during our council, Esteemed Faculty Partners Council Quick Reconnect, that we're going to talk about how do we start cultivating communities of our ideal clients where you as an esteemed faculty partner are going to be able to invite people to something that you're doing that we're going to be the sponsor of. So I'm very excited about that. Getting people, and also the importance of, now more than ever, relationships, of you being the curator of your communities, bringing people together that would have never been able to get together under any other circumstances. And I just read a statistic the other day that CEOs and business leaders have literally, at most, 4 hours a week to peruse on LinkedIn. And that's a pretty generous number. They have 4 hours a week to peruse on LinkedIn, okay, on social. And so if we're investing the majority of our time, trying to connect with people on LinkedIn, that's really, really important with our thought leadership and all the things that we're doing. But just know there's other avenues to connect with the people who are ideal clients within LinkedIn, but even more. They're time starved. They're not going to be generally just sitting there scrolling for people. So they're looking for vetted people who have expertise that are the category of one, the best of the best, who can help them get their results faster and more effectively. Okay. So you being the curator of your communities with bringing powerful people together, it's key. Okay. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions, comments? Yeah. I think it's important to think about also, what are we currently doing and how can we level it up to add more things that are valuable to our offers. Okay. So one of the models that I'm using right now is thinking about, okay, what would be at a 50K offer? What would be at a 100K offer? What would be at a 25K offer? And to start to think about what would be the things that they want, that I can give them more of those things. Okay. What's important to them? We're tuning into their WIIFM radio channel. What's in it for them and what's in it for me, kind of thing. Okay. So thank you. So continuing on to think about, hey, and can you imagine if you've got a couple of these kinds of offers in your portfolio? You've got a couple VIP coaching clients, you've got maybe a corporation association, and we've got programs on that. If you have a mastermind program, maybe you're thinking about adding a certification program. Ladies, right there, that is a mid six-figure, 250, 500K a year revenue for your business. That's an easy kind of mix of offers. Okay. You can put that together very, very easily. Hey, is it simple? No, but it is easy. All right. So thinking about this is a great mix. Plus, this also helps us with what I was talking about before, is this type of modality helps you diversify your business. We cannot be just a coaching one-on-one kinds of coach consultant anymore. We've got to diversify the work we're doing. All right. So continuing on. So when you blend the high ticket along with the category of one, ladies, this is where the magic really happens, okay? Because we did our inventory. No one is like you. No one has done the work you've done. No one is as invested in growth and learning as you, I assure you. And then we magically put it in with the high ticket offer. You're worthy of charging this. You know you can deliver. And then we combine this with your powerful brand as the category of one. We cannot be a coach anymore. We cannot be a consultant anymore. We cannot be a productivity coach, or we cannot be a leadership or a team building consultant anymore. We've got to be the person that has the frameworks, the methodology, the whole systems, and being able to offer a high ticket helps you bring that into the marketplace. Okay. We've got to be the only logical choice, and our counsel is helping you do that. All right. And so and I just also want to mention, this is not a better than them, or kind of holier than thou kind of strategy. No, it's about stepping into our power, that we are, as we talked about at the beginning of our call, we're irreplaceable. We are the category of one. What we do makes a difference. It's unique, it's powerful, and provides a result. Okay. So questions, comments about the category of one, high ticket, anything so far? Anything that's coming up for you? On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 is the most. How confident do you feel that you could execute a high ticket utilizing the category of one mindset offers? How strong do you feel? 0 is not at all. 10 is the most. Now I know we're talking in here. We're a very high growth, high impact, high group of women. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised to hear 9s and 10s. Yes, 8s and 9s. Yes, exactly. Good. So I'm curious. This is what we do as coaches and consultants. There's always a gap, right? There's a gap for me. There's a gap for all of us. What do you think are the things that could fill the gap so you could confidently offer a high ticket in whatever amount that you'd like, and you also could step into the fullness of, hey, I am the category of one? Where do you think, what's the gap that you're seeing for yourself, maybe even for your clients? Jump in and give me a little idea here.
I think it's what you said earlier about collaboration, how we have been positioning ourselves and our services, because we do so much within our programs, is we're collaborating with other kind of ancillary partners, to reach their audience and bring our audiences together, but to show the vastness of the network that we have to bring in. So if it is something that we do not do or have the expertise in, our clients know that we bring these people in. So we are often bringing in tax strategists to our webinars. So our businesses know that we're doing all this financial stuff for you, and we bring in these experts to make sure that, so we bring in those other people to give that credibility, and collaboration. That's where I was going with that.
Perfect. Oh my gosh, Amanda, perfect, right? Yeah. How many of you are resonating with that? Yeah. That you are the curator, you're the connector, you're the owner of your
create
community.
the ecosphere.
Woo,
So
love
that
it. Love it.
if something is needed, we are the ones to whom they come for the advice.
And
Okay.
I think to me, part of the room for growth is always the fact that as things in life and business change, people want to know we're staying aware and engaged to know what new is needed, that we are not staying limited to what we've experienced in the past as being the only solution. We're looking for things that allow us to bring them the best of the new, as well as the tried and true.
Yes. Excellent. Yes. the dependable, the reliable, the countable, the category of one, like that we would say, oh, wow, I want to be part of that community, right? People say that about our communities. And so in 2 weeks, I'll tell you in a moment here, we're going to have Sheila Anderson on our podium talking about how do we level up not only our Zoom presence, but our personal presence online so that we can match up the high ticket offer, the category of one, with how we're coming across, right? Always room for improvement, right? Yeah, yeah, very good. Thank you. Who else? What's the gap that you're experiencing? Because knowing this gap for you yourself helps you with your clients. Yeah. Kathy, please jump in.
Yeah, I think part of it too is even just that part of imagining what
Mm,
could be bigger.
yeah.
Like Amanda was saying, the idea of collaborations, like how can we work together to create something unique that neither of us can do on our own,
Yes.
but really creating something new that's beyond what we've been imagining right now.
Excellent. Yeah. Very, very nice. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. The 1 + 1 = 3 plus, right? Yeah. Very
So
nice.
one
Very.
plus one equals 11.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Thank you. That's right. Hey, see, you got an example of it already. Fabulous. Good. Thank you. Hey, and for how many of you did you grow up learning this? I know I didn't. No, grew up in a very competitive, like, hey, zero sum game. If you got something, that means that piece of pie was not available for me. Well, hey, in our council, we want to make more pies, right? We get to bake more pies that are juicy and delicious and awesome. So there we go. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Who else? What do you think the gap is moving into high ticket for yourself and also the category of one?
I'll also add it's always mindset growth.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
that, those little ticklers that sometimes create, whether it's doubt or the I don't know where to find it yet myself, those
yeah,
type of things that slow us down at times.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And how many of you subscribe to, we give shout outs to other thought leaders, Marie Forleo, who talks about, hey, everything's figure outable, right? It's all figure outable, right? She so wisely said that to Oprah. She had a divine moment and said, and Oprah goes, yes, it's all figure outable. We are smart women. We can figure all this out, right? Yes, thank you. Carol, welcome. Bring your magic in. What are your thoughts? Because you have been in a very high growth, very like your trajectory is like, woo, big time.
Well, what occurs to me is my gap is my infrastructure is not well constructed yet. And all that wonderful stuff that we have through Go High Level, yeah, I don't know how to use it yet. And so I'm working on it. And that's on my goals list for the next 3 months. Because I know that I could go farther faster if I used all this tech. And I am so untechy. So that's, oh, Amanda's talking to me. She's
Yeah. Yes. 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 Yes, yes. And you are, yes, exactly. You are on mute, but yeah, yeah, completely. How many of you agree with Carol? Yes. Hey, we got to get our operations. We got to get our operations operating, right, ladies? It's hard to be, driving a Ferrari if we have a flat tire, right? And you're all driving a Ferrari here, right? We need the right gas in the Ferrari. We cannot keep the Ferrari in the garage anymore, ladies. You've got a Ferrari ready to drive here, and we got to make sure we put the air in the tires, right? Okay, great. So as we complete, this is really, and by the way, how many of you are getting some value, getting a value for our time together? Thank you. Thank you. Hey, by the way, put in the chat your biggest takeaway. I want to learn what is your biggest takeaway from our time together, because this is, and notice how I asked you what the gap is. Hello, that's kind of me leaning in and saying, kind of listening to what could be next here. So this is just a quick visual. Hey, high ticket offers and the category of one. Right in the middle is this sweet spot. Okay, This is what we're going for. So thank you. Thank you. And I'm not going to get into the tactics here, but just as a final note is I want you to each take a little pledge now with me. Okay. And this is based on conversations I've had with many, many women, specifically in the last month. Okay. Pledging that we're going to focus as we leave here today on potential buyers and people. We're going to get our communities going, our operations going, of course, our thought leadership, all these things. Focus on where our ideal clients are hanging out. What are they doing? What are they reading? What are the rooms that they're in so we can be there? And the pledge that I'm taking, I want you to take with me is we will not sell, quote unquote, to broke buyers, even if the cause is noble. When I say broke, I don't necessarily mean financially. I mean complainers, crabbers, annoying. If they're hard to work with when you're in the discovery phase, you better bet they're going to be hard to work with after they become a client. Okay. So no more broke buyers. All right. We want to target and focus on people. Beautiful. There's so many people that are ready, willing, and able to invest in themselves and invest in you. We're going to focus on solving big, urgent, and painful problems for people. Okay. And they want the pain removed now. We can't be the vitamin when people are saying, my head hurts and I need an aspirin. Okay. Deliver the aspirin. They have the resources to be able to say yes to you. Okay. They may not have the cash in the bank, but they've got resources. They have people they can ask for loans. They've got credit. They've got abilities. They've got resourcefulness, right? Okay. And also they have a willingness to invest in premium. Okay. They're not trying to patchwork things together. So wonderful to keep nurturing them, love them, bless them, all type of thing. But high ticket and the category one is we have precious time available. We got to zoom in on the people who want to work with us and are ready to work with us and want it. Okay. And so finally, ladies, we got to get in some better rooms. Okay. You're already in some great rooms, but metaphorically, we want to get into some rooms with a view. People that are at the penthouse level, that are thinking about, planning about, doing things at a higher level. Now, I'm not talking about uppity kinds of people. I'm people that think at a higher level. All right. Those people want to go fast and they're looking for you. If you're messing about doing all kinds of low value kinds of work, they're not going to find you. All right. So we want to be in those rooms. And I want to tell you how we're going to do it because it's time. So next week is our esteemed faculty members quick reconnect, 27 minutes. And I'm going to tell you about a new initiative that we have that is going to knock your socks off. It's so powerful. To you being the curator of new rooms to invite people to new conversations about new strategies, new thinking, and new solutions, featuring you as esteemed faculty. So we're rolling that out next week. You'll learn more about it. So be sure to register. And of course, the star power is coming because Sheila Anderson is going to be speaking in 2 weeks on our podium. She's going to talk about how to get styled up for authority and success. Hey, we want to energize our brand and our presence. And this is not about perfection. It's just about tweaking up a little bit more of being more of who you are. Okay. The best of who you are. So thank you. Thank you. We've got great programs coming. And of course, what's your biggest takeaway? We've just got just a couple minutes. Would love to hear what's your biggest takeaway from our time together. Jump in, your biggest takeaway. And thank you to each of you for being here, being on camera. My love and my blessings to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Biggest takeaway, jump in.
I use that with my clients when they're talking about exiting. Would you invest in your own business? And then you said, would you say wow to your own offer? So it's the same
Boom.
question.
Thank you, Amanda. Great. Yes, exactly. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Who else? Biggest takeaway.
It's
The
always
time,
great.
Carol, I'm sorry.
the time to get tech savvy is now.
Exactly. For sure. For sure. Yes. Yes. And won't it feel so good to have that firm foundation of having our operations handled, right? And like, hey, I got this, right? Being truly the CEO of our companies, right? Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. We're sparkling for you too. Who else? Biggest takeaway? Jump in.
I think my biggest takeaway is to really focus on that gap.
How about that? Isn't that
Yeah,
cool? Huh?
focus on the gap.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. And you know, there's a body of work that's all about focusing on the gap and the gain, right? And we did that today on our call, right? What do we need to do? What's the gap? But then also the gain of how far we've come, right? Appreciating ourselves, right? Good. Thank you, Julia. Love it. Who else? Biggest takeaway.
I would say it's that reminder of how valuable it is to be in rooms like this, surrounded by
Thank
other
you.
inspiring women who are doing bigger things, that just that energy and that percolation of ideas.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Priceless.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. And with your permission, and if you do not, when we're complete here, if you do not want to be in a picture, it's okay. You can just take yourself off video, but I want to promote you. And so we could take a little screen capture and do a post if you'd like. So yeah, when we're done. Good. Thank you. Sasha, takeaways. Anyone else takeaways? Susan,
No
takeaways.
more broke clients.
Thank you. Thank you. And it ain't just about the wallet, right? Yeah. Yes,
Right.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Susan, any takeaways you'd like to share? And anyone in our Zoom room, yeah, jump in.
I'll just promote myself here.
Please.
We build out Go High Level. So if anybody needs help in Go High Level, that is something that we do. We also, for your broke clients or people who have access to funding and need that to pay for your services, we do business credit, corporate credit, and SBA loans. So there you go.
Thank you. And you've
No
got
issue.
your info in the chat. Wonderful, Amanda.
Let me know what
Not
you need.
only in America, or do you do other countries?
Only in America.
Okay. All right. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
Working
good.
on it.
There you go. Good. See, resources abound, ladies. Awesome. Awesome. Susan, take us home. Final words, final takeaway.
You know, I think we always need to remind ourselves to get those testimonials. I think that's one of those things we don't, we take for granted,
Yes.
and we need to do a better job of getting them documented in a way that they become useful.
Great. Thank you. So on that note, if it works for you, take yourself off video if you don't want to be on. Let's lean in, and I'm going to give all you a shout out. So let's lean in and let's do a little pretty looking. So, okay, so here we go. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Thank you. Oh, you all look so cute. You all look so cute. Okay. Love you. Let's go high ticket, ladies. And the category of 1, our time is now. Okay. Bye for now. Take yourself off mute. Say goodbye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye. Money, money, money. Fun, fun, fun. Bye. Thank you.